This Perth Summer League Ice Hockey broadcast is proudly brought to you by Varsity Nedlands. Shatterguard.com.au, Perth's best roller shutters for over 30 years. CD Dog, scrap metal recyclers. Bright Tank Brewing Co. And Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes.
And we're underway in our second game as we welcome you back to the Perth Ice Arena for our second game of the Wednesday night rivalry night action as part of the PSL season 2020-21. The Crusaders up against the Wolves, with both teams desperate to shake off a bit of a slump in recent times, with the Crusaders winning only one of their last 5 matches, including a tie with the Wheat Kings last week. And then the Wolves, who have not won in just about a month, or 2 months I should say, but they have the Crusaders as a bogey, having won 2 of their first 3 meetings this season. This is their last in the regular season. We know the Wolves at the moment, the only team that are truly out of the finals race, while the Crusaders, off the back of the Wheat Kings tie with the Beavers just earlier, then the Crusaders at best can stay in 6th place or snatch 5th. Given what the Wheat Kings have just done, they can't snatch 4th place, I should say, off the Wheat Kings, having rescued a point earlier on. Both sides coming in largely unchanged after their games last week, both against the Wheat Kings. It'll be vital to see which side has the momentum first. Ryan has the first of the shots from centre point, and it's on the goal line. We played a minute and a half since we came on, but the action has started at a frantic pace as always. Crommelin pushes back, now finding Stephen Dack deep in the defensive zone. The vital entry needed by the Crusaders as they are being pushed back for a long amount of time. Annery and Wright and Dack. Dack and Annery doing battle there. Crommelin just hustles his way to the pack. Wormel. Chapman almost getting tripped up, just loses the footing himself. No hand raised. The referee just hesitated there whether to raise the hand or not. No icing call. Referee calls play on. Here's Jolly, the captain of the Wolves side. Goes for an open ice pass, but it was blindly covered Ken Tovic on the defensive zone. Jolly finding Spencer under a bit of pressure. The low slot heavily covered by Wilson and Tarvyville, but Spencer is able to rebound on the second attempt. McDonald finds some space on the slot. McDonald shoots, and off the net just by the crossbar, and we'll have ourselves a face-off. With some 3 minutes played into this match on the CD Dodd scoreboard. It's all thanks to CD Dodd, Shutterguard at the Varsity Bar and the Bright Tank Brewing Company. We thank them for coming on board throughout this preliminary season. It's been a sensational season of matches in the Perth Summer League, and we'll continue on tonight. Jolly, he's got it on centre ice, had a trap between his legs, doesn't know where it had gone. Jolly calling for that penalty. It looked like he was tripped up. Wilson. Nice pass to Ville, goes back to Wilson. Matt Wilson, who was playing with the Jolly shirt earlier. McDonald. McDonald shoots, and McDonald scores. No, it didn't count. Wow, goodness gracious me. It did not count. This time it counts. Off the rebound there, the goal being scored. A superb goal by McDonald off centre point. The first one didn't count, went off the crossbar, got the rebound, and this time sunk into the back of the nets. As we see on the replay, Jolly rebound pass. McDonald had some space in the slot and just slapped it in to the back of the net, as you saw there on the CD Dodd replay. 1-0 to the Wolves. They'll be looking for a late season upset here because they'll just be playing for pride at this stage. Annery, the captain, shoots. Mannery, the chief alternate, I should say. They're wearing black and white, and blue and white tonight as well. Both the Wolves players. Jolly. Stoned in there by Williams. Be a face-off on the inner circle. We're glad you could join us as always on our live broadcast going all around Western Australia, around the country and across the world. Let us know where you're watching from. Live on the Front Row Screens Facebook page or on the PSL Facebook page. We're sharing the broadcast there as well. Tovic moves the puck along the wing. Nice play. Del Caro. Good piece of play, Del Caro penetrating the slot. They're looking for the response. Chapman. Nice play by Bryce Chapman. Plays it along the wings, finding Wilson. And it's an icing call. It's going to go all the way back to the Crusaders attacking zone. 1-0 the scoreline in favour of the Wolves. McDonald getting the first one on the board. Some 12 minutes remaining in the match. In the first period, I should say. Annery, Rye. Rye gets it back. On corner point, Rye shoots. Scrambling for it. Crommelin had some open space on the edge of the slot. Went for the wrist shot. Didn't go into the back of the net. 1-on-1. A little bit of bumping and grinding. Well played by Hamilton to get it back out in front. Open ice pass. Will it be an icing call? No. Referee's waving it off. Along the wings, Williams goes. Rye goes, I should say. Crommelin again has it. Off the back of the net. But no score counting. 1-on-1. Puck's on centre point. Brolin. Finds Brown. James Brown forced to push back. But eventually releasing Spencer. Along the wing, Spencer pressurised. Blind pass. Dan Rye turns it over. Front of our position. Towards that attacking zone. Now comes Jesse Wormwood. Line pass again, but only as far as Jolly, the captain, for the Wolves side. Brown. Breaks away for some space on the centre ice. Supported by Jolly. Used him as a decoy. Brown, blind pass, turned over. The captain. DeGuine. Had an opportunity there. Open space inside the slot, but turned it over. Oh, shot there on Jolly by Wilson. That's the intensity that both sides are looking to play at tonight. Jolly, gentle push forward into the direction of Wilson, who turns it over for the Crusaders. Jolly. Fine play along the wings. Jolly deep in the slot. Williams just in the nick of time. Jolly goes back. Chapman from corner point. Shoots. Bubbles out. Jolly. Again, another opportunity getting close by. Chapman. Jolly getting it back now. Almost turning it over. It's on the high point. Referee's putting the hand up, signalling a penalty. But he's put it back down right away. McDonald. Up against Tovic. McDonald keeps it in front. Forces the pass out behind the goal line. It's got Jolly. Jolly shoots. Fine save. Williams pushes forward. And now Tovic on the attacking wings. Doesn't get it off in time. They force the puck back, do the Wolves. On that attacking zone once again. Jolly and Wilson. However, it's turned over. Lovely pass to Dak on centre ice. Del Caro. Del Caro got some speed. Del Caro shoots. Bobbled out there by Chapman. Passing off the boards. Del Caro just out of his reach. No icing called. Referees say get on with it. In fact, yeah, it is an icing call. 1-0 the scoreline. The Wolves scoring that rebound goal off McDonald. The first one of the night. on the outer circle of the Wolves attacking zone. It's going to be Brown and Hamilton. Brown wins it out, but Hamilton is able to get the rebound. Referee's putting his hand up. Icing call. No. Chapman had it just there. Spencer, cross-ice pass. Nice carry by Wilson. Oh, Wilson losing his balance there, allowing Humiston. And they're calling for a penalty there, yes. It was offside. Some of the Crusaders aren't too happy with that. It was a fine interception. Off the blind pass, defensive-wise. But unfortunately, it was ruled as offside. Brown wins that one. He pushes forward. Another Williams and Del Caro on centre ice. Del Caro, is he looking to open it up to Humiston? He does, but he's forced to play it behind the goal line. Hamilton. Stick check by Brown. But to no avail. Hamilton, Del Caro! Del Caro scores. He levels it up for the Crusaders. Just what they needed. And again, it was sucking the defence in to the corner area, leaving space inside the slot, allowing Del Caro to receive the cross-ice pass and sink that one in, as we'll see now on the CD Dodd replay. Fine play it was to Humiston, flicking that to his left to Del Caro, who had extra space on the slot to sink the level up. So we're level at 1-1 with less than 7 minutes to go. Hamilton slap shot, almost a quick response. But Chapman there stoning that one in inside the crease. Again, too, it was a fine shot by Del Caro, who was in the vicinity inside the slot. Sinking that one in. 1-1 in this first period. Still checking penalty being called by the refs. Advantage is paid. Jolly. Fine work by Jolly. Jolly, can he get one in? No! Fine save by Williams. Tripped up there was Del Caro. Puck now behind the goal line. McDonald jarring that one out. Jolly. Humiston almost losing control, but he's able to trap it in front. Humiston this time. What can he do? Humiston loses out on the puck. So does Jolly. That's allowed Humiston to recover. Del Caro and Hamilton. Lovely pass by Hamilton, just out of Humiston's reach. Hamilton recovers, gets it back. That's 3 good efforts by Hamilton. McDonald. Breaks away from centre ice. Is he going to go for the slap shot? No, he's not. Tried to break through Annery and Dak. He was able to, but didn't get the shot off in time. Jolly in front. On the edge of the slot. Fine backhand pass to the path there of Dak. And now Del Caro. Del Caro back to Dak. Dak shoots. Chapman, left-hand glove. Good save. Very tight in the early going. 1-1 the score as we see here on the CD Dodd replay. Del Caro, nice breakaway from defence into attack. Nice ice to Dak, and the slap shot. He had all of it, but just a little too far to the right, as you saw there. Still 1-1, less than 5 minutes to go in this opening period here at the Perth Ice Arena. Game 2 of our double-header. Loosely turned over. Wormald. Does he go cross-ice? Almost stoned in. There's a gap being left there, but well covered in the end by Chapman with the left hand. Crommelin was in the position, however, for the Crusaders to look for that last-second tip-in, but in the end, Chapman just beat him to it, as we see here. Replay thanks to CD Dodd. Bit of loose checking there by Chapman. That allowed Jesse Wormald to make the turnover, and diving there, losing his footing at the same time. Chapman with a fine save with his left-hand glove. We're back live now. Here's Brown. James Brown, fine play, keeps the puck in front. Brolin gets it back, shoots. Well saved, Williams in the end. Keeps it clutched in inside the crease. As both sides look to make a few line changes. Only the Crusaders do, however. Both the number 24s. Dan Rye. Jordan Williams still there. Brolin slap shot off the face-off. Referee got in the way, but he laughs it off. Crommelin out towards centre slot. Rebounds off the end boards. Goes looking there for Hamilton. Hamilton finding Wilson, and now Crommelin. Crommelin going cross ice. Tarvyville shoots, and Tarvyville scores. So that's 2 goals in a row for the Crusaders. Tarvyville gets back the lead. A fine shot from the corner area. And with just 3 minutes to go, the Crusaders take back the lead 2-1 on the CD Dodd scoreboard, as we'll take you to the replay, all thanks to CD Dodd. There was Williams. Corner pass. Went to Tarvyville on the corner. Didn't have plenty of space to make the shot, but went for it anyway. Took the risk, which is what you've got to do in these matches. And the risk paid off. His first goal of the match. And for the Crusaders, it's their second goal. They've scored the last 2. And they have a 2-1 lead. Here at the Perth Ice Arena, Wilson. And he strengthened their advantage. Plays a bit too loosely there against Jolly. Almost paid for it. Hamilton and Jolly along the end boards. That's brilliant play by Hamilton, keeping it out front. Almost losing it at the net. But Hamilton gets the rebound, keeps it in front to his own. Wilson, 1-on-1, losing it to Spencer, and Jolly comes in to lend a hand. Jolly keeps it in front in a 1-on-1 against Dan Wright. Out towards the crease. They're losing out on the battle. Jolly shoots, and again, off the rebound, and saved both times by Williams. Scramble for it inside the crease. And will it be a score? I don't think it is. It was kept on the foot. Teams just deliberating whether it was a goal or not. It was awfully close. As the replay will tell you, it was very close. It was a big 5-player scramble in front of the line. It was kept behind the line with Williams. What's it going to be? And it is being ruled no goal. No goal counts. Good decision. Inside the last 90 seconds of this opening period, 1-1. McDonald shoots from the corner point, and Williams clutches that one in. Players still going on about it with the refs. It was a very tight scramble too at the end. Humiston, good breakaway. Gently pushes it forward, Del Caro. Out in front, Del Caro looking to go cross ice. An opportune place for Humiston to tip that one in, but turned over. Jolly. Jolly shoots, and Jolly scores! Williams let that one tip in, and Brent Jolly gets one back for the Wolves, levels it up with less than 45 seconds to go. That was a fine shot from the centre slot there by the skipper, as we'll see on the CD Dodd replay. Breakaway, nice backhand pass. Jolly had space from centre ice. Took the opportunity, found space at centre slot, and sunk that one into the back of the net. Brilliantly done. And with 20 seconds to go, the score is at 2-2. 4 goals being scored. It's been a goal fest in this first period. We're inside the last 20 seconds. Brown. Can there be another one? Will there be an opportune time for one of the teams? 5 seconds. Hamilton almost turned over. Jolly, Humiston, buzzer will go. And that'll end the first period. A very exciting opening period it was. The Wolves scoring the first 2 goals of the game. Then the Crusaders scoring the next 2. And the Wolves, with 20 seconds to go, through their captain in Brett Jolly, sinking the equaliser to level it at 2-2 after the first 18 minutes. We'll be back to the Perth Ice Arena with all the second period action.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Yes, live. Yes, live, free and HD. FRS Sport, your number one in 2021 as we welcome you back to the Perth Ice Arena. 2-2 at the end of the first between the Wolves and the Crusaders. Very even Stevens from both sides in that first stanza. The goals, Villa and Del Caro for the Crusaders and McDonald and Jolly for the Wolves. A goal fest here. Many had expected this game to be a blowout even before the Wednesday action began. But to our surprise, the Wolves, to their credit, have done exceptionally well. They've played a lot better, as they have done in their last 6 weeks, when they've had plenty of shattering losses, especially last week to the Wheat Kings, but they are really holding their own here tonight. We've also got to consider a couple of their key players aren't playing tonight, the Kazala boys being amongst those. Great to see that they're showing some great effort against the finals contender team. We're underway in the second period. All thanks to CD Dodge, Shutterguard, Varsity Bar, Bright Tank Brewing. Of course, FRS Sport, your number one in 2021 as Wormwood has it on centre ice. In the 2-on-1, almost losing out in the battle, Deguay. But there was interference being called there. Well spotted by the referees. There was a bit of slashing there going on. So the puck will go to the neutral line, and it will be the first of our face-offs. No penalties so far, which has been a good standard game. Don't want to put the mockers on it, but that's what we like. Good disciplined game between the two teams. Along the sideboards now, Wormel meanwhile just getting his bearings about him. Jolly shoots, hard shot. But no score. Bowater is tending the nets tonight, so he's changed there for Williams. So it's Evan Bowater, the number one for the Crusaders. Deguay. Pinned to the end boards there by a couple of Wolves. Trying to get it out to some space inside the slot. He's got Crommelin in that area. But turned over. Here's Jolly. Jolly, cross ice, goes looking there for Brown, but it was just off target. 2-on-1. Nice play there. Wormel and Tovic selling the dummy there to Wilson. Fine play. Tovic goes indirect. Deguay. Dak shoots, and Dak, does he get it? No! Well saved, Chapman going down. Long open ice pass, will there be an icing call? Waved off. Referees call, play on, get on with it. On the Wolves' offensive zone, Jolly combining there with McWalter. McWalter and Brown scrambling for it. Winning out in that battle is Williams. Williams and Dak along the wings now, transferred to centre ice through the turnover of McDonald. It's back and forth now. The backhand by Williams. Took the path of Crommelin, but it's turned over. Great play, finding McDonald. McDonald shoots, almost tipped in there by Jolly for his second. Bowater, fine save to his right there. Jolly recovers. He's got McDonald out of centre ice because there was space there. He elects to go for him. Cross ice, McDonald shoots, and McDonald scores. That's a double. And the Wolves take back the lead within 3 minutes of this second period. 3-2 the scoreline here at the Perth Ice Arena. He's finding his form, McDonald, just at the right time. As we see here on the CD Dodd replay. Again, out the back, Jolly in the vicinity to rebound the puck with the backhand, finding McDonald. And thank you, mother, for the Rabbits. He sinks that one into the back of the net to take back the lead for the Wolves at 3-2. With 3 minutes gone on the CD Dodd scoreboard. It's been a cracking contest so far. A fine effort too from the Wolves considering where they're at form-wise. And with a couple of players having their season ended early. Turned over, McDonald. He's been on fire all night thus far in this game. Working along the boards, Jolly. Del Caro shoots, Bowater, scramble for it in the centre of the slot. Rebounded defensively by Hamilton. On the breakaway, Hamilton has little support, however, not even from Wilson, who's starting to creep in. And in the instant was turned over. Back and forth, Williams pushes it out, open ice pass into the vicinity of Hamilton. Hamilton goes back, Tavi Ville. Nice play by Ville. Ville shoots inside the crease, well played. Good save there by Griffith Chapman. Both sides making line changes in the process. Replay thanks to CD Dodd. Tavi Ville, again, keeping the puck out in front. Good work with the stick but he didn't get all of that shot in. It did ricochet, however, of a couple of Wolves players. Chapman was able to make the save inside the crease, however, still. On centre ice, bobbles out to Del Caro. Now De Guy, wrist shot. Chapman flicking it forward off his chest. Wilson. Along the defensive wings. The puck now transferred to the inner wing. Jolly losing control there. A bit of loose checking going on there. Jolly, his intended target was Wilson, but now it's a skate race. On the defensive goal line, that's where Dak plays it out in front. Del Caro, good support there from Tovic. Allows Del Caro to break away. Backhand, De Guy. Not sure if that was the wisest move. The puck's been forced out wide. But he does transfer the play. Wilson shoots. That was Del Caro, I should say. And again, Chapman down low with the save. Just under 13 minutes remaining. The second period, all thanks to CD Dodd. CD Dodd scoreboard. A special cheerio to those at the varsity over in Netherlands tonight, who were there on a Wednesday night, keeping themselves warm from the wet and windy conditions outside here in Perth. Enjoying a nice bite and a bev too. One of the big chicken burgers, make no mistake about that. Definitely a big appetizer before a game to see on the big screen. Wormel. Brolin with the turnover, tripped up. Did the referee raise the hand? No. They say get on with it. De Guy. Good shot ricochet off Spencer. De Guy playing it back of the goal line. Into the end boards there momentarily by Spencer, but fine effort to keep the puck in front of him. Crommelin shoots. Crommelin almost tipped out, and Crommelin gets the goal. Mitch Crommelin again, another response. Goal for goal, and that levels it up again for the Crusaders. 3-3. With just under 12 minutes to go. That one you can more say, a bit of a lucky goal there for Mitch Crommelin. As you see here on the replay, De Guy did well to keep the puck in front of him, passed to Crommelin, who had some space on the slot, and luckily tipped in. It did ricochet off a Wolves defender, but it will count as Crommelin's goal. So all singular goal scorers, Crommelin, Vill, and Del Caro for the Crusaders. Goal for goal thus far in this game. Each team has scored one. And it is now 3-3. Jolly. On offensive zone now. McDonald. He was the intended target. He'd actually go back to Jolly. Cross ice. Jack this time. What can he do? Jolly. Hamilton turned over. Well played by Hamilton. He found Wilson. He's got Hamilton on the centre of the slot. If Dak wanted to. McDonald. Will play Jolly. Now that is done. And Dunn was tripped up by Rise, yes. Was a bit of a late call, but it was a trip. And it'll mean Dan Rye will spend some time in the penalty box. Some of the Crusaders players on the bench. Not too happy with that one, but I'd have to say that was the correct call. So that'll mean Dan Rye will spend the next 2 minutes in the penalty box, and the Crusaders will go 4-on-5 with the varsity power play. Thank you very much for bringing that graphic up. The varsity power play is in full effect for the next couple of minutes. And this was not the penalty the Crusaders wanted to give away, especially after equalising a couple of minutes ago. Jolly finding Dunn. Dunn shoots. Just to the right-hand crossbar, McDonald. Jolly. McDonald looking for a hat-trick. Shoots, and McDonald gets another one. McDonald gets a hat-trick and takes the lead back for the Wolves. It's 4-3 with less than 9.5 minutes to go. Gee, he has really made the game his own tonight. And decide, even without Jordan Kairos, McDonald has been their prime scorer, as we see here on the replay. McDonald played it well inside the circle and goes wham, bam, thank you, ma'am. Fine shot it was. And that takes the lead back for the Wolves with 9 minutes to go. A vital penalty goal it was with the 5-on-4 situation. After levelling it up, the last thing the Crusaders wanted was to concede that goal in the power play. But unfortunately, they have done that and have conceded the lead once again, 4-3. But don't expect anything less from the Crusaders. They've come back twice and equalised a couple of times in this matchup. So the Wolves may have the lead, but don't expect the Crusaders to give in, but it's turned over. James Brown goes cross ice, doesn't get the tip in he wanted there. That was intended for Brolin. Del Caro. Keeping it in front. Along the end boards now. He's got Tovic in space. He elects to push back to Hamilton, who goes behind the goal line. What can Hamilton do? Del Caro from the corner. He shoots, taking the risk. Dak scrambling for it outside the crease. Goes back to Del Caro. It's turned over. Brolin out back. Nick Brolin out back, I should say. Tovic versus Wilson. Turning it there was Brown. Nice play from Brown. Slap shot. Brown goes bang, but misses. Brolin from the corner takes the risk. Along the sideboards, Hamilton. Ball to Humiston. Breaks away past centre ice. Humiston, he can go back to Hamilton if he wants. He elects not to. Del Caro. Open ice pass with the backhand, but Brown. As the Crusaders make line changes, if I were the Wolves, I would have capitalised. I would have just sprinted to the offensive zone, but they've done that now. Chapman. Backhand. Risky, but too risky. Turned over by Wormwood. Back to Crommelin. Here's Stephen Dak. Deguy shoots. And a fine save on the chest, Chapman. (4-3) the scoreline. Less than 7 minutes to go. We're glad you could join us throughout this Wednesday night rivalry night. If you missed the game earlier, it was a 3-3 tie between the Beavers and the Wheat Kings, and what would be a final preview in their last meeting. It also meant the Beavers won the season series between the two teams 2-1 with a tie. And currently the Wolves lead at 2-1 in the season series, and they're looking to win that series whole 3-1, but the Crusaders, they aim to tie it at 2-2. McDonald, deep in the slot. Took the puck as far as the crease, but unfortunately didn't tip it in. Crommelin. Crommelin shoots high on centre point. And it's easily saved there, Chapman. Again, this transition play from the Crusaders, defence into attack, not often reaping the rewards in vital periods. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, Crommelin got plenty of power behind that, but just a little too much height. That allowed Chapman to easily make the save on his chest. Face off here, the left-hand side of the circle, very protected by both the teams. Wilson almost tipped into the right-hand side of the net. Now Dan Ryan. Bryce Chapman along the end boards now. Goes cross ice, trying to transfer the play into space. Jolly, but upended in the end there by Dan Rye. It was fine play too from Dan Rye to fend that one off. Jolly along the slot now. Approaching the last 5 minutes. Vill shoots from the centre of the slot. Jolly is looking for Dunn, but a little too much power behind that pass. And Dan Rye was able to inflict the easy turnover. Jolly. And now Dunn. Chapman back to Dunn. Turned over again. Vill. One-on-one with Spencer on the sideboards. Vill going low, still wins it. Plays it to the end boards behind the goal line. McDonald. Oh! Colliding there. No penalty call. Fair call indeed. Brolin. Wilson. Blind pass it was. Jolly the intended target. But he allowed the puck to roam towards Chapman. Chapman, he's got Brolin straight on. He elects to go cross ice to Wilson. He's also got Brown in that same vicinity. He elected to go back, and it was their undoing because it was turned over. Humiston just out of reach now for Hamilton. that passage ending there with the puck being shot out to the net above the goal line. And we'll have ourselves a face-off. Humiston and Hamilton, I should say. Hamilton winning out the face-off, but the Wolves had a few more players out the back of the puck in that particular passage. Dack for the Crusaders behind the goal line. Continues to man it his way. Tobic. Tobic goes back to Dack. Good pass out Hamilton. Nice little improv there to Del Caro. Del Caro shoots off the chest of Chapman. Humiston. Humiston going deep in the crease. He's got Del Caro in space on the corner point. He elects not to go there. Finds Hamilton instead along the defensive wings. Hamilton back out again. Humiston in front. Hamilton keeps it behind the goal line. Humiston in space, but Dack tricks it back, shoots from the centre point, just wide of the right-hand crossbar. Hamilton works it out back. Jolly in a one-on-one. Supported Hamilton there was Del Caro. Fine play. Hamilton finds some space inside the slot. He's got Humiston. Humiston shoots. Humiston, does he get it in? It's out the back. And Humiston, does he score? I think he did. The referee's just deliberating. Some saying wave it off, no goal. Some are saying it's a goal. Did it go over the line? Judging by the position of the play there, I think it may have waved off. Yes, it was waved off, as we see here on the replay how close it was. It's been once, twice over the line. But Chapman, the hero in that passage, making the save, so it's been waved off. So that's two possible chances for the Crusaders being waved off. Bit unlucky they are, but the refs were in the great position to wave those goals off. So the score remains at 4-3 with some 90 seconds to go. Dunn finding McDonald. McDonald, nice pass, and that's done again! Dunn scores! And that is a vital goal at the most crucial period. The score now 5-3 in favour of the Wolves with just a minute to go. It was the one that they needed to double their advantage. Dunn there getting the goal. That's his first of the night. As it was well set up there too by Jolly. Transferring the play out wide. McDonald hoist pass into the path of Steve Dunn. And Dunn getting the crucial goal there to increase the margin 5-3. As we are back underway with 40 seconds to go. McDonald turning that one over. They are really playing with serious pride here, the Wolves, given that their campaign for the finals is over. McDonald, was he tripped up? No, it was accidental. Crommelin. Can they get one consolation in response? They've only been held to just one goal in this second period of the Crusaders, but I think that may stay that way. McDonald. McDonald shoots, and McDonald makes it 4! Well, the Wolves' night is just getting better. It's now 6-3 as we head into the last period here at the Perth Ice Arena. The buzzer will go. 4 goals being scored by the Wolves in that third period. Simply incredible by this team who have been dogged to the bottom of the ladder. And they are really playing with serious pride. We'll be back at the Perth Ice Arena for all the final period action where it is the Wolves leading 6-3.
Shutterguard has been installing Perth's best shutters for over 30 years. With no advertising signs on your front lawn and no sales gimmicks, visit shutterguard.com.au.
Welcome back to the Perth Ice Arena. Last period about to get underway as we see some highlights thanks to CD Dot of that second period, which belonged to the Wolves. Simply an incredible second period. They scored 4 goals to 1 in that second period, and it was led by that man, Jamie McDonald, who scored 4 goals of his own. He's made it his tonight. Where has this been all throughout the season, considering at the beginning of the season they had such attacking weapons like McDonald, the Gazala brothers, and Jordan Kairos? But gee, McDonald's making it a game of his own, and the Crusaders, well, they've looked timid and loose, to be fair and blunt, when they're entering that offensive zone. They're not getting enough traffic inside the slot when pushing in transition. They've often relied on Hamilton and Humiston to provide that entry, and sometimes it hasn't reaped its reward. Hence the momentum that the Wolves have got on the scoreboard, 6-3 with 1 period to go. We'll take you back live to centre ice now here at the Perth Ice Arena as we get set for this third and final period in this game where the Wolves, they could really get a late season consolation win here, knowing that they are out of the race for the finals. It means they've got nothing to lose, however. And this win would mean that they would win the series, the season series between these two teams, 3-1. And you get the indication as well that maybe the Crusaders maybe would be the least convincing team to play in the finals, or would even not play in the finals at all. Because in the meantime, the reigning champions, the Moose, they'll be playing soon, and they will have to win their last 3 games in order to play finals ice hockey in the Perth Summer League. I'd have to be watching very closely, and this Crusaders performance would give them, the Moose, the incentive to go for a big run in these last 3 games and steal 6th place. But that for the future. What is now the third period underway. Puck now travelling back to the Wolves' attacking zone. Tovic turning it over. The defence pressing forward in that first passage. Rise almost tripped up there. Period getting at a nice even pace. Now Stephen Dack out the back. Nice direct pass to the path of Stephen Dack. Forced that back. Williams looking for the tip in there was Cromwell and didn't get all of it. Didn't time his slap shot. Wormold's cross-ice pass to Dack right between the legs. Well played there by Wilson, setting up Brown. Wormold riding the pressure. Great play in defence by Wormold. Brown this time. Got a bit of territory with that one, but it falls to the path of Tovic, who plays it with the open ice pass along the wings. Now transferred to Jolly for the Wolves, who turns it over. A fine takeaway on the rebound. Brown gets it loose. Spencer, who's been pretty quiet in this game thus far. Brown, oh! A little bit of hip and shoulder there on Rye too. Tovic, cross-ice pass, Dack. Doesn't get it in this time. Added some distance with it. McDonald, deep in the crease. Well saved down low, Bowater. Lovely long hoist pass there by Ryder Hamilton. Hamilton, cross-ice, and again, mistimed, Humiston. And now that allows McDonald to inflict the turnover. McDonald keeps it in front, almost losing his balance there. Had to get that one out. Unfortunately, it was turned over there by Del Caro. Del Caro transfers play back to Humiston. Deep inside the slot. Del Caro tries to bobble that one out to the back of the net, but it ricocheted off a Wolves defender. Deep in the slot, finding Cromwell on the corner. Humiston and Chapman, a little bit of a shove there to boot. Calling for the referee to say, hey, what was going on there? I'm not sure if the shove was called for either. But nonetheless, it is a stoppage and we'll have a face-off. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, things really intensified there. That was DeGuy, the captain, pushing that one forward. Chapman in the corner. Humiston was coming in to join the party, and Chapman said, no, the door's closed. Jolly. McDonald inside the slot. McDonald shoots, and McDonald makes it 5. Oh, he's making it his own game tonight. The transfer from defence into attack off the stoppage. paying off as McDonald was able to get the pass in, was in the vicinity, and scoring his 5th goal to make it 7-3. It is a Wolves night. They'll be screaming and howling tonight in celebrations we see here on the replay. Nice transfer of play to centre ice. McDonald finding space inside the slot, sinking that one into the back of the net for his 5th goal. Puck drops back in the centre. Degwire. Crommelin trying to go for the slap shot. Didn't get all of that one. Wilson. Spencer from behind the goal line, finding Dunn and Jolly. Jolly, nice breakaway. Back checking there by Degwire, unsuccessful. Jolly from the corner, off the crossbar. McDonald looking for the rebound. Crommelin goes only as far as Bryce Chapman. Didn't get all of the slap shot in. Here's Crommelin off the back, well turned over. Crommelin on the rebound. What can he do? Cross-ice pass into the path of Wilson. Doesn't get that one completed. But here's Brolin. McDonald forced back. In fact, he's going to make a line change with Brown in the meantime. As Brolin gets jarred out of that one there by Dan Rye. Forced into a one-on-one with Brown. Rye pushes back into the path of Degwire, the captain of the Crusaders side. And he expected to be a blowout to go their way. But the Wolves have really turned the tables tonight. Crommelin. Crommelin, cross ice to the slot. Wilson wasn't in the right place at the right time. Hamilton looking to go for that little trick pass to Wilson, but he elects to find the puck himself. Digs some space inside the slot, off the crossbar. Chapman luckily trapped there between the legs of Griffin Chapman and makes a fine, unconventional but effective save. See on the CD Dodd replay, Hamilton went from the goal line, got some space inside the slot, had plenty of time. He went for the shot, and he opted to go for the rebound, but Chapman just too tall on that occasion. Hamilton got some space on the centre of the slot. Well saved again. The legs of Chapman working very hard indeed inside the crease. Open ice pass covered by Dak for the Crusaders. 7-3 the scoreline. It has been a ruthless showing by the Wolves all throughout the night. Hamilton. He shoots. He get back. And I'm not surprised. You have to say that is going to be some time in the penalty box, you'd think. Because, well, there was no need for that. In my humble opinion, he's sent straight to the bench. No need for that. It was a fine save too by Chapman, and Hamilton just poked the stick right into the downstairs region. And Chapman, you have to say, he'd be a bit provoked. Chapman again using the legs, this time right off the rebound. He scores, but will that count? Because the referee had blown the whistle beforehand, and in fact it will count. So it's a Dan Rye's goal, it will count. So the scoreline now 7-4. The Crusaders getting one goal back with 11 minutes to go. As we see on the CD Dodd replay, a couple of heated passages there. So Dak scored off the rebound there, Rise off the back inside the slot, tipping that one in. And that goal, it does count. The ref had blown the whistle a few seconds before, with the advantage of being paid, and the goal will count. 7-4 the scoreline with less than 11 minutes to go. Dan Rye and Spencer on the sideboards. Goes out back. Humiston. And now Steve Dunn. Dunn transfers the play. McDonald, a blind pass to centre ice. Here's Dak. He's got some space, but it's covered off by plenty of Wolves. It's a pack of Wolves out there. Dunn, beautiful pass, straight up. McDonald goes back to Dunn. Dunn shoots deep in the slot as Dunn gets his second. When the Crusaders look to go on a fight back, the Wolves converge like a pack and get one back. So that's Dunn's second. And the scoreline is now 8-4 with less than 10 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard. And the CD Dodd replay shows nice pass back to Dunn. And Dunn was able to find space, sucker the net tender in inside the slot. And tip in a nice easy one to the back of the net to make it 8-4 in what has been an absolute mauling being handed by the Wolves here tonight. And that'll mean With 9.5 minutes to go, that'll mean the Wolves will take out the season series against the Crusaders. They've won 3, and the Crusaders won the last meeting back in late January, the day after Australia Day, when they won 7-1. And that was a convincing win in itself. Big shot there by Hamilton, but it was instantly saved. Deep inside the slot, and it's another one. This time it's Hamilton. So Hamilton gets the first. It's now 8-5. 8-5 the score as we see on the replay. The puck going back to the outer side. Dwyer, cross ice. Hamilton was out the back. A little crafty backhanded flick. Didn't go in, but Hamilton was able to sink it in at the last moment and get his first. So it's 8-5 the score. It's been a barrage of goals. We've still got 8.5 minutes to go. Crommelin didn't get all of that one in. Humiston bumped off by Spencer, but Brown was able to recover the loose puck. Only momentarily. Dan Rye finds some space in the slot. Rye shoots. Chapman stoning that one in. And Rye a little bit agitated at that. Who can blame him? Because that was a big opportunity to try and stem the momentum even further. But it'll be a face-off. The Crusaders, they're starting to ramp things up here. Are they going to make a comeback of sorts? They are 3 goals down. They've still got 7 minutes to go. It's a hard task in itself when the Wolves have played such a ruthless game in the last 2 periods. A shot there by Del Caro. Goes in quite high. Williams, again, taking the puck deep into the slot. They're taking risks here. They want to put the pressure on the Wolves once again. They know the Crusaders, they're fighting for a final spot. And they need to get these 3 goals to rescue not only a point, but their chances, because the Moose are watching quite intently. Brown doesn't get all of that one in. Crusaders with another defensive turnover, but they lose it back again. Chapman. Back and forth the puck goes. Here's Hamilton. Has to play it slowly. He ramps it up. Hamilton shoots. Chapman, nice save. He stones it in. Hamilton had only just come back on and scored that first goal to make it 8-5. And every save allows the Wolves to chew up the time, just as they want to. They played such a fine game. They don't want to waste this effort if they concede 3 goals all of a sudden. Hamilton just out of his reach. Jolly. Oh, nice little hip and shoulder there on Tarveyville. Dak. Behind the goal line. Chapman. Jolly. Jolly. Done. Turned over. Back and forth. It's along the wings. Here's Hamilton. Keeping it in front. Nice skill by Hamilton. Keeps it out in front. He's going to work it behind the goal line. Can he find an opportunity, considering that slot is well protected? Hamilton in a 2-on-1 up against Spencer. Pinned to the end boards there. Coming in to lend a hand there was Wormald. Great support. Wormald forward. Chapman lunging and stoning that one in. And I have to say, he's provided a couple of headaches for the Crusaders forward players. It'll be a face-off on the outer circle as Crusaders make a couple of line changes with 5.5 minutes to go on the CD Dodd scoreboard, as we see here on the replay. Great play by Wormald to support Hamilton, who was being barged down. Dak was looking to push that towards the crease, but lunging forward there was Chapman and making a fine save. Long shot there by Hamilton off the corner point. Crommelin, Humiston behind the goal line. He was looking to go cross ice to the target of Rye. Rye looking to go with the backhand. Immediately pressurised there. Del Caro using Tovic as a decoy. Del Caro, he'd have no option but to go to Tovic, I reckon. He elects to go the other way and goes with Rye. Del Caro with a tip in. Well, he was in the right place, but just didn't get it off at the right time. Dunn bobbles out of the pack. Dunn gets it back. Lovely pass by Dunn. Can McDonald keep it out in front? No, he can't. But Tovic with the defensive turnover. Tovic, what can he do? Work it behind the goal line. Fine play. But was pressurised by McDonald into losing that. That's good back checking by McDonald. Gets the shot in from the high slot. It's tipped out. Oh, it's over the line. No, it's not. Or is it? It is. What does the referee say? Has he got 6? Has McDonald got 6? Because he shot it from the high point in the first place. What does the referee say? I think it's being waved off. As we see on the replay, McDonald shot it from the high point. Bowater thought he had it, and it was tipped out. It looked to have been over the line, but it wasn't, so it's been waved off again. McDonald looked to have had 6 there. 8-5 is the scoreline. Penalty being called, but the advantage paid straight away. Duguay. Duguay, was he tripped up? Yes, he was. And that'll be against the Wolves. Whistle's being blown right away. Well, they knew it. Was there contact in it? I have to question the level of contact that was there. But it is the referee's decision. It'll be alongside the neutral line. Or will there be a player in the penalty box at the same time? It was Duguay who was closest to it at the time. Referee's just deliberating. There was a bit of confusion on that. What are they going to say? Referee's talking. And it was Spencer who made the trip. So he's just talking to the referees here. The clock has stopped at 2:54. Yes, it'll be against the Wolves this time. So this will be their first penalty that they've conceded. Damien Spencer is going to go for 2 minutes in the penalty box. We assume it's him. So a timeout has been called. And it is broken up immediately. It was only a 20-second timeout. And yes, it's Damien Spencer who's going to spend some time in the penalty box. And the timeout will go on for a couple more seconds. So we got a delay of the game here as a result. And just like that, it's over. 2:54 left on the clock. 8-5 is the scoreline. Jamie McDonald has got 5 for the Wolves, 2 to Dunn. And Jolly has the other one. And goals to Crommelin, Hamilton, Ville, Rye and Del Caro for the Crusaders. The clock will run as soon as the puck drops. We're back underway. Sub shot, Hamilton from corner point. Humiston. Is he going to go to the side? Where was the communication in that? I think there was none of it whatsoever. And behind the goal line, Jolly keeps it in front. Duguay. Working behind the goal line. Going past Jolly. Nice pass. Humiston faking the slap shot, sucking in the defenders. Hamilton close to it. And going on there against Chapman, and players are coming in. Whoa! Good God almighty. Brown giving him a bit of a shove here, and it is on. It's on. Brown and Hamilton getting involved, and players coming in from everywhere. Well, good God almighty. You don't see that every day in the PSL. Brown with a hard shove to Hamilton as he and Chapman were just fighting it out inside the crease. Well, this is absolutely disgraceful. I mean, you do not see that in PSL. There's limited contact allowed in this competition, and I'd have to say that's a bit uncalled for from a couple of the players. The referees, rightfully so, not pretty happy with it. Hamilton will go into the penalty box for the Crusaders. But are there any other players inside the box for the Wolves? Brolin would be one of them. No. So it's just going to be Hamilton who's singled out in the involvement. And he too will spend some time in the penalty box. Gives the ups to Jolly to boot. Well, expect it to be heated, but not this heated. As we've got 2 minutes left on the clock. That is some way to end a Wednesday night rivalry night there for you. Certainly getting bang for your buck here, ladies and gentlemen. Brown. Moves it back now, Jolly. Brown gets it back again. And now Dak. What can Dacky do? Nice pass out to Del Caro. Del Caro, long shot. Passing Chapman. Duguay. High tip in attempt for Dak. Doesn't materialise. Humiston shoots. Long shot there. Chapman down low. McDonald. He's got Brown in support. Does he go cross ice? Yes, he does. Finding Brown. Backhand. No. Fine flick forward. A good save there by Bowater. Open ice pass. Instantly covered there by Chapman. A minute 20 remaining in this matchup on the CD Dodge scoreboard. It's been a heated finish. Chapman shoots just to the right-hand crossbar. On the corner point, turned over. Nice rebound, Crommelin. Out to Dak, who's got some space. He's eagerly supported. Backhand, Del Caro. Instantly covered there by Jolly and Chapman. Duguay, was he tripped up? No. Referee's in prime position to make that one. Jolly. Nice pass, McDonald. Does he go out to Dunn? No, he elects to go himself. Was instantly covered. Finds some space again on the rebound. Goes back. Dunn. Bowater flicks it to his left there, rescuing the bacon. But it won't make a difference on the scoreboard because the Wolves, well, to many surprise, the Wolves, they have come into this game. They've come into this game as the cellar dwellers of the comp in this season. They're out of a running for the finals, but the effort that they produced tonight is certainly a team that would have been like that this season, having so many attacking weapons on one starting five side. Dunn with 10 seconds to go. Dunn deep into the slot. McDonald looking for the tip in, but to no avail. But it won't matter. Open ice pass to Wormald. The buzzer will go. And the Wolves, a remarkable win under the circumstances to not only take the points, but also take the season series against the Crusaders, 3 wins to 1. In an electric display dominated by that man, McDonald, number 77, with 5 goals, stealing the show here at the Perth Ice Arena and giving the Wolves their 5th win of the season, their first in 8 matches. And no doubt they'll be celebrating tonight. The Wolves howl once again in 2020-21 to wrap up a great Wednesday night rivalry night. We've seen drama, we've seen action, we've seen more than a little controversy too here at the Perth Ice Arena as players shake hands on a fair, decent outing and a couple of fist pumps to boot here at the Perth Ice Arena. And that is where we'll conclude the action here tonight. 3-3 the scoreline it was in the first game between the Beavers and the Wheat Kings. And then in the second matchup, it was all the Wolves winning 8-5 in a ruthless showing over the Crusaders. But on behalf of Ryan, Matt, Bailey and all of the front row screens and the FRS Sport team, this is Paul Persick wishing you a very good evening from the Perth Ice Arena, capping off another Wednesday night rivalry night. Just 3 weeks to go until finals time in the PSL. And we look forward to more coverage coming your way on FRS Sport, your number 1 in 2021. Good night, everybody.